1. Day schools have been impacted negatively, as in some instances enrollment has gone down and the funds allocated were not adequate to meet the operational cost. There have been influx of students to boarding schools, particularly in Mandera East. 2. Inflation is all-time high, and the 60% amount allocated for boarding institutions has drastically fallen short of meeting the boarding cost, as prices of foodstuffs continue to skyrocket. 3. Most schools have almost 60% of its teaching staff employed by the Board of Management. This has ultimately pushed the wage bill higher and compounded the financial difficulties of all schools, considering that there are already support staff in place. 4. Schools have lost hope of bridging the gap of 40% from other stakeholders such as parents, national government CDF, and other existing funds. For instance, in Mandera North, the CDF used to run 100% fees scholarship for about 100 students, which was duly withdrawn after intervention from the county government. Equity Wings to Fly, KCB Elimu scholarship have been withdrawn for students admitted in Mandera County. Number 5, over the years, many schools have accrued huge pending bills through sundry debtors, non-payment of school fees, and creditors. With the intervention from the county government, the creditors have become ruthless, demanding for full payment and clearance of deferred debts. This has put undue pressure on the principals and may open gates for litigation of schools. Consequently, the heads have brought forward the fees structures and what is being paid to the schools by the Mandera county government as follows. Actually, the Mandera county government has to be honest with the public and give the right information. For instance, the information that secondary schools in Mandera County is free is not fair. The county government is paying 60% of fees in boarding schools and 70% in day schools. The breakdown is as follows. The heads have compared both the actual fees structure and what the county government is paying. Categories of schools. We have the national schools. Actual fees by the ministry's policy is 53,554. Mandera County government payment as fees is 28,200. The deficit is 25,354 per child, which is the 60%. Extra county secondary schools, actual fees to be paid 40,555. Mandera County government payment 24,000. Deficit 16,222, 60%. County schools 35,535 actual fees to be paid. Mandera County government payment 18,000. Deficit 17,535, 60%. Sub-county, that's the day schools, actual school fees 12,000. Mandera County government 6,300. Deficit 5,700, which is 70%. So that is the actual thing on the ground. Yet the county government tells the public that they are giving full fees to students and schools are free. Yet the schools are not free. Other stakeholders who have been chipping in before them have been closed, and we don't know the reason why they have been closed out.
As far as the government is concerned, national schools parents are supposed to pay 5,554. 53,554 per child per year. And then what the Mandera County government is giving as bursary per child per year is 28,200 shillings. That's for national schools. So there is a deficit of 25,000 354 Kenya shillings per child for MSS and Moi Girls, which are the national schools. The extra county schools, there are 4 schools. We have Sheikh Ali High School, we have Living Girls, we have Takaba Girls, and Wayam Secondary School. The deficit in those 4 schools is 16,222 shillings per child, and we don't know where we will get this money from. Then the county schools deficit is 17,535 per child, and then the sub-county schools, the deficit is 5,700 shillings per child. So now resolutions that was reached by the principals in this meeting are as follows. 1, 100% fee payment for all categories of secondary schools in Mandera County. The Mandera County government should ensure, if they want the schools to run smoothly and the principals to work with them fairly, the principals are requesting or asking for 100% fee payment for all categories, whether it is national schools, extra county or sub-county schools. Secondly, the Mandera County government should inform the public whatever they have been paying is subsidy, but not full payment of school fees. Because when you are paying 60%, 60% is not equal to 100%. So schools in Mandera are not free, but the Mandera County government have subsidized and paid 60%. For the last 1 year, we have allowed the 60% to work with the 60%. But the challenges that we are facing now has been already described. Out of the 60%, there are so many other challenges that came up. Schools could not be ran. We have seen that we have BOM teachers to be paid. In fact, in some schools, this is the first time that they have not paid December salary. Some of the schools have not paid November salaries to the workers. So we are suffering because of the 60% payment. Thirdly, this is a very strong point, and I want even the parents to listen to this and hear. We will not allow the Form 1s to report to school on 15th of January without agreement with the Mandera County government on the full payment of school fees. On the full payment of schools, that is for Form 1s. For Form 2, that's 100%. For Form 2, 3, and 4, kindly, before maybe the students come in on Monday, they will come in on Monday, I don't know what the county government will do, because we don't have even what to open with the schools. The schools have no food staff. The schools have not paid fees. The government has not released even the capitation. So we are in crisis. In fact, some of us, we don't even sleep at night. Because yesterday I went to school and I found a watchman, and he tells me, Malibu, I am very hungry, because he has not earned for the last 3 months. So we are, what forced us to call for this press is the challenges we are facing at the school. Fourthly, if the Mandera County government is not able to pay full fees, then the principals are recommending the parents are hereby informed that they will be paying the remaining 40% with effect from term 1, 2024, which will be tomorrow. So those are our resolutions. Secondary schools, 62 secondary school oo ka jirta county-ga. Marka kuwan hadda meesha gadaashayda taagan dadkan waxa waaye waa representative kuwii kale way baxeen. Marka mid ugu horeyso aan ka codsanayna Mandera County government wazaziga inay ogaadaan oo dadka ay ogaadaan waxa waaye Mandera County government waxay bixisaa 60% feeska ilmaha laga rabo. National schoolka iyo boardingyaalka schoolka iyo day schoolska waxay national boarding schools waxay bixiyaan 60% and day schools waxay bixiyaan 70%. Marka lacagta day schools laga bixiyo waxa for example waxa waaye 2,000 iyo 200 iyo 2,000. What do they pay per child? 2,000 iyo 100 shilling per child. Paya waxa waaye 6,300. marka hore waxaan haabin jirnay 9,000 oo shilin 12,000 oo shilin marka meeshii waxa ka baxday lacag badan ayaa ka maqan. marka waxaan rabnaa dadweynaha inay ogaadaan percentage-ka ay dawladda bixinaysa maaha iskuulka inaan free yahay. lacagahaas marka 40%-ka 40 oo maqan meel laga raadina annaga ma garanayna. marka waxa dhib badan ay u keentay iskuulada. mid labaad, waxaan rabnaa Mandera County government inay u sheegto dadweynaha inay iskuulada ay free ahayn oo laakiin ay soo dhaxgaleen oo ay bixinayeen percentage inta ugu qaybta ugu badneed laakiin qayb ay ka maqan tahay inay dadka saas u sheegaan